Hello everyone, this is Verde, and really, why game? Why do you insist in giving me talent less? I will not be blood-seeking this one. I don't think so, at least. But actually, let's try to make talentless work once again, shall we? Yeah, I will still go for the... I forgot the name of it. Magic Cap, because I don't really feel like casting it. And honestly, we don't lose a lot by losing the thing for the early game, you know? And we got Qatar, which is the weapon with the best attack speed in the game. Followed closely by Dagger. So it is a little bit better than nothing, I suppose. And we still need to lower the charges a little bit more. And probably get Claw or Twin Qatar. Either one would be fine, really. Like, they are basically the same weapon, but slightly different one to the other. If there would be a rework on anyone of those weapons, which I know it won't, but I would suggest changing Twin Qatars to something completely different. I don't know how, but, well, yeah. Those are my 2 cents on the matter. Let's keep murdering enemies with a very questionable attack damage, my little to no survivability, and my exceptionally normal attack speed. Yeah, let's further increase the charges. So my idea there is to get stuff for perhaps even the... I want attack speed. I want either Twin Qatar or Claw. I don't think I will be getting Rogue though, because Elementalist is better, of course, because Elementalist is straight better. But perhaps we can do something different this time around. Perhaps Berserk, if we get, if we ever get enough legendaries. I mean, I really wanted that level up, but I don't think I'm getting it. I got it. Great. I was really surprised there by getting it. Anyway, let's see what we got here. Vampirism is nice. I suppose nothing here. Let's grab -6 charges on this thing, since we haven't got enough rerolls to make good stuff show up. I wanted damage or attack speed on the Qatar, but yeah, we take what the game gives to us, I suppose. I believe you cannot heal less than 1. Therefore, we are healing 1 every hit. I think that's the case. Okay, there is no need of messing with charges anymore, so goodbye. Now, I need something in order for my things, my spacebar to deal damage, but that just once I get the magic cap, there's no need to worry before it, because it currently deals no damage whatsoever. Does this thing has a reverse knockback or something? Because, well, having a little bit of life steal isn't that bad. Would you look at that? Budding here would be nice, so it accelerates my build a little bit. Because killing these guys is taking a while. Especially when they do that. Also, attack speed in general would be nice if the game would be kind enough to give me. Like, this is a Qatar, and I got a single attack speed upgrade ever since the game started. So, well, there's that, right? Oh, my mouse is at the very center of the screen, which is a little bit funny. Let's get some damage. At least my damage is slowing going up by the virtue of the level ups. And I got a refresh that does nothing. I'm starting to get worried about my damage situation. Mostly because, well, it takes a little bit long. Oh great, another boost. That helps. Thankfully, this game does not have a snowball effect, so we can chill. We can chill and take things easily. You know? We don't have enough damage, so what? We don't have enough damage. For what? What is damage really used for? You know? Oh yeah, not wasting your time, my time, our time. Is something that damage could be used for. Yes. Avoiding time waste. I wonder... Now, there is something in my mind. What is the build that could clear the game the fastest? And I think that I have an answer to that. I think the answer to that is Lightning Storm. Yeah. I think the answer to that is related to Lightning Storm. Not Lightning Storm itself. It isn't a build, but if I get Lightning Storm and then within Lightning Storm I get something like that thing that gives lightning chance to Lightning Storm. Because I don't know if you know how that works, really. Because the lightnings from Lightning Storm are considered both lightning and part of the skill. So they trigger stuff of the skill. So they can trigger lightning. The lightnings triggered by the lightnings do not further trigger lightnings. However, if you get enough lightning radius, the first lightning already gets the entire map. And the second, then you get some lightnings for every enemy alive. But then you start heading into lag problems. You know? You gotta reduce its knockback down to negligible number, perhaps? I don't know if that is indeed the faster, but I would think so, because the hit interval of Lightning Storm is very low. That is mostly the reason. I believe Lightning Dash could do the same, really. Could do very similarly. Yes. Lightning Dash could work very much. So, but the problem with Lightning Dash is the first waves, right? Because, well, you don't start the game with Lightning Dash. Finally, some attack speed. We are finally hitting the enemies a little bit faster than we did when we started the game. Nice. Look at that. Look at that. This wave was surprisingly hard, but that's fine. 6 attacks per second now. That refresh is questionable in the best case scenario, and useless at the worst. The thing is, a higher attack speed, more damage per second I deal, more I heal, so attack speed is technically a defensive thing. Not really, right? I'm not getting you with that one. I really need some armor, or will need soon enough. But not yet, at least. Thing is, have I removed the thing from talent list? No, I haven't. Projectile count. It will be soon starting to make some difference. Not actually yet, because it doesn't do anything for now. It will, eventually, but not yet. So now that my damage is scaling up, what would I want immediately? Perhaps Claw? Perhaps Twin Qatar? Twin Qatar is also cool. Claw was a little bit better in general, because it has an upgrade path. That is the reason why I believe if one of them should be reworked, that would be Twin Qatar, because it doesn't have an upgrade path, you know? You cannot upgrade it further. Well, you can do that with Claw, so that's nice. I really need some armor right now. Or more attack speed, or more everything, really. Move speed. Yeah, remember when I said I really need some armor? I meant attack speed, yes. I meant attack speed, yes. I was actually in the dire need for more attack speed. Not armor, yes. I got 8 health regen per enemy close to me. I have an issue, however, which is the enemies close to me tend to not last for long. Which is a problem for my healing capabilities. However, it is good for my not taking damage capabilities. Yeah, let's gaslight ourselves into thinking that attack speed is a defensive stat, right? So, let's go. Repeat it with me here. Attack speed is a defensive stat. It can also be treated as defense speed, right? So we could get life steal here, or we can get the defensive stat, attack speed. See, now we heal 10 per second per enemy that we can hit. Very much defensive, as you can see. It increases my survivability by increasing how much. Actually increases our survivability twofold, because it both increases how much we regen near our enemies, and it also decreases how much time the enemies stay alive, which decreases how much damage they deal, you know? See? Those enemies can shoot no longer. Therefore, I am defended against them. Great. Mushroom cap. The responsible being me would get Twin Qatar here, but I am not responsible, am I? Let's get some armor. Or we could get the defensive stat. No, let's get some armor. Let's not throw this run. We have so many things going for us. Like, look at that. By the way, that is specifically bad because they knock enemies into me. Now that I'm thinking about it. Like, that is very much bad right now. The single projectiles that I'm throwing around somewhat frequently. Like, they are actively harming me right now. But I suspect that soon they could help me, question mark? If I could increase their projectile count, that would already help. See, 1 damage, that is a lot of damage. So now that I can cast tons of talentless per second, I just need to make it good. Right? That can be achieved by some legendaries. Yeah, there are some legendaries which could do that for me. Some of which exist. Like, I did lightning the other day, so I don't think lightning would be that cool. I wanted another boost. Perhaps more projectiles. Perhaps. Perhaps fire? Attack speed? Projectiles, finally. Let's double how frequently I'm casting this. These 4 projectiles, by the way. See, I am now doing stuff. Something. Yeah. There is stuff being done. Ouch. That hurt. And I guess that will hurt even more frequently because these often push enemies into me. And I have to deal with that before the Sluggers shows up, don't I? What's the spread on them? 27. So I need a little bit more to make a full circle. About, I don't know, 15 on them? I currently have 4. And it helps pushing some enemies away from me. And most enemies into me. Ouch, that hurt. Like, remember to look into the enemies while you punch them. Yeah, already got 10 projectiles. Which I am not sure what it's doing. But it's doing something. I mean, it is looking nice. There we go. The YouTube compression already hates me, by the way, for my supreme lack of talent that I got until now. And now that I'm will be even more talentless, even less talentless, I suppose that's the word for it. Yeah, I will be even less talented. Absolute 0 talent whatsoever. I really like making talentless work, you know? It is one of my favorite spells. Even though it is the worst spell in the game. I mean, if this thing can work, why can't, I don't know, acid puddle, right? Great, more projectiles. I like how quickly it pops off once it starts, you know. I mean, it is not doing literally anything, but other than being beautiful at me. Probably soon lagging my game. But if it got fire, it would be already stronger than the firewall. Or if it got acid, I suppose. I don't know. Yeah, let's try to make the firewall. Excuse me, enemy. So, let's get the defensive stat. Why did I do that? And they knock enemies into me a lot. Cannot lie. Most of the time they knock enemies into me due to their boomerang effect. However, if they had homing, they could knock enemies out from me. So it would do something. And don't get me wrong, they also life steal. I heal if I have minimum of 1 life steal, which I believe it is the case. I heal for 1 every time they hit an enemy. That is not a bad number of healing, you know. Because, well, I pop off a number of them every time I hit procs. So it effectively doubles my life steal. If every one of them hits, which they don't. But let's ignore that fact for now. I would love to get some homing on them, so that they face my enemies, so they push my enemies away from me instead of pushing enemies into me, but I guess some fire would be better first, right? Let's make some fireworks. I really like how it looks, you know. The fact that it has 27 spread, by the way, is just perfect for making circles. It is a very nice number of spread. Let's get more projectiles. Yes, more projectiles. Exactly what we need. To confuse ourselves even further. Now, if they got homing and split and some other questionable stuff, they could be strong, you know? In theory, at least. In practice, not so much, but in theory, they could be strong. And that's what matters. Even stunning rolls. If they stunned, that would be good. I mean, I would prefer if they let things on fire. But hey, you are what you eat, right? No, wait, that's not the that's not the saying. It is what it is. How did I get those two confused? Anyway. Ouch. I am starting to hurt a little bit. Let's eat some vegetables in order for our health to recover. Yeah, I'm fairly certain that I heal a bit when they hit. I'm not certain at all. I'm not really certain. Yeah, I'm fairly confident that they are doing something. At least it is making me feel pretty. That's something. Yeah, let's get the defensive stat. The thing is, if I get more attack speed, I attack more often, which means my attacks proc my things more often, my flying beautiful things, which push enemies away. So attack speed is a defensive stat, fourfold right now. You know? Not only heals us faster, but it pushes enemies away and sometimes into us faster. But let's ignore the fact that they push enemies into us sometimes. You know? Let's just focus on the bright sides of life. Yay, 100 damage already. I mean, this amount of random knockback that's going on. The first time I played with this talentless thing, I believed it had a random trajectory, which would make sense. Perhaps this video will be unwatchable by the end of it, when now coming to think of it, due to the sheer amount of fireworks. But hey, what can I do? It is just the most optimal build, you know? I'm just playing the video game correctly. Please don't question me. Not because I have anything to do if you question me, just mostly because I'm wrong. So if you question me, you will notice that. So don't question me, but not as a threat, really. More like please don't question me. Ouch. Okay, you died. Can you please give me something useful for my my thing? None of those is useful. Let's reroll. None of those is useful whatsoever. And for my thing, I mean. For my claw, well, I'm thinking about here and here. See, they're basically the same thing. But I believe claw is slightly better. And I could double stuff. The amount of stuff. So 6 times more stuff. Yes, let's make some bad decisions, right? That puts me some Ariana Grande on my head, but I won't be singing that as much as you want me to. I really want that where I am. Where am I? Okay, you can say anything, but that this thing is not thinking. There are not tons of runs that would have survived that whole period of not knowing where was I. However, you probably are not being that able to see what's going on, mostly because of the fact that YouTube algorithm really does not like what I'm doing here. You know? It is beautiful. I can't tell you that. You probably cannot see it, but you'll probably see a very weird blur on the screen right now. But... And now that I got Claw, some enemies are hit about 3 times as often that they once were. So it means even more questionable projectiles. And even more life steal too. It was basically attack speed, which at this point you and I both agree that it is a defensive stat. So I have very much more tanky. Oh god. One second, people. Oh, I forgot to unmute myself. So there's that. But there we go. Even more projectiles. Very much needed. Given the current... Oh, ouch, ouch. Actually, coming to think of it, this wave is very strong against tanky builds. And while I wouldn't say that my build is traditionally tanky, I can't say that it is weirdly tanky. The waves. Yeah, we are making some waves here and there. With a very questionable amount. Basically, this is just Qatar, by the way, that's doing that. And I couldn't tell how useful these things are in terms of lifesteal. But I believe they are healing me quite a lot, because every time an enemy touches a projectile like this, they heal me by 1. And by the end of the day, there are a lot of projectiles going around. I still have to be a little bit worried about my enemies. However, more attack speed. Let's increase my knife seal by a bit, so I can tank a little bit better. Yeah. And there is a thing. There is an upgrade for Claw, by the way, in the game. Which, if I get it, it would be pretty nice. I won't lie to you. That yeah, that upgrade would increase the amount of talentless I would be able to pump by quite a bit. I still not... Whoa, I healed so fast right there. Look at that. I am tanky. I wasn't expecting that. Did I? Yeah, I did. However, let's start removing some stuff. Because once I set this firework on fire, this build will explode. Pun not intended, actually. Like, it will pop up very quickly. Funnily enough, the video right now that has the most views per hour, I suppose, views per day, uploaded is the one with talentless. Which just shows, really, that you guys have the same... I have no idea of what this lugger is gonna do. Have the same tastes, the same very questionable tastes and builds that I do. Okay, and I somehow survived this lugger. I don't know how. You don't know how, because your screen is probably a blur. But yeah, no one knows how. I will not. I will possibly be able to figure out how by watching the video before the YouTube compression kicks in. I really don't want to do this, but game, you are forcing me to. Yeah. I don't know. Basilisk Eye helps. Vampires helps. That thing is going on for quite some time, really. I really don't want to use lightning. But I guess the game is forcing me to do it really. I just need to reduce the 19 knockback a lot. Because if this thing has some knockback, yeah, stuff is happening. I just do not know exactly what. There are some lightnings going around, which is something. It does not knock enemies back, which is something great, really. Yeah, it is some damage. It is not fun damage, but it is some damage. I don't really want to increase the radius of the lightning. I think that would ruin the entire experience, right? And by just turning this thing into a lightning build. So let's increase the damage. This increases by 50%, this increases by 50%. Let's increase the reliability first, then the damage. Some projectiles are just going around forever, which is not something I expected, to be honest. I don't think it is something anyone ever expected. But here we are. Yeah, let's remove lining from here. Knockback at least. And let's... I don't really know where these linings are going. But they are going. Which is nice. I don't think they will be dealing that much damage. I don't think they are dealing that much damage, I meant. But it is something. I mean, thankfully I'm somewhat tanky. However, I'm not that much tanky. I just recover my entire HP very quickly. Because I deal a lot of damage. And I have a lot of life steal. Which I'm not looking to increase. Let's increase... This one increases by 2, this one increases by 4. Let's increase that. This is not a reasonable build, by the way. This is not anything that could be mounted to reasonable. The word reasonable has left the scene very long ago. You know? I would love some piercing projectiles, perhaps some split, perhaps some homing. All of those will be great. You know, game, if you wanted to give me anything like that, I would deeply appreciate. The game is adamant to give me more life steal. I don't want it. I don't want more lightning radius either. We are not being reasonable here, remember. We are being stupid. Sometimes enemies get into... They are hit by, I don't know, tons of projectiles at once, and then they are massively knocked back into some other reality that for 1 second I thought I had died there. I didn't, which confuses me a little bit. It really looks like a wave that follows my movement. Let's get some armor. I don't think you guys can see that much. And if you can't see that much, well, if you can't see that much, then you can tell me what's happening, because I don't. Because I can't. Just know that's a lot of lightning is happening. And that's basically it. There are some lightning happening here and there. And this is now the shocking lack of talent, I suppose. Have you ever seen someone so untalented that it shocked you? This is the one. This is the one. Shocking. Okay, great. More damage. And the thing is, the other run was a Desolate Dagger run, with a sprinkle of Talentless going around. This one is a Talentless run. Okay. The main source of damage here seems to be the Talentless right now. Which is frightening, but cool nonetheless. So let's, I don't know, increase the lightning damage further. Hello. I won't lie to you, the Qatar is doing some things. Dealing damage is not one of them, but it is doing something. It's probably dealing some damage. I mean, it is... Qatar does a lot of damage with this attack speed and hitting 3 times. I mean... That's a lot of things. I won't lie to you. I am a little bit scared of that spitter because I don't know how to deal with it. Oh, it dealt with itself, it seems. So what do we have here? Touch of Flame was something I was looking into some time ago. I really don't want to... Yeah, let's get Bezai. Let's increase this thing. Let's remove stun chance. There are some things going around. We are getting into dangerous attack speed territory. At least you will be able to see the boosts I'm taking, I suppose. And the legendaries I'm picking. I don't even remember what I picked right now. For legendary? The Bezai, okay. It's nice because it effectively stuns the enemies I'm looking at. Like, they can't react anymore. Very weird patterns and behaviors. This wave is melee, right? So I can just stay put. Something like a sun. I like that. We'll be deleting attack speed right now. This wave is not melee only, and I have no idea of what's happening. The game is lagging. I know that for sure. I mean, at this point, regardless of what happens, I'm uploading this run, right? Oh, another extra boost. The game is feeling generous today. I still haven't found putting. So let's remove attack speed. Let's increase the stun duration. I think that's overkill. Homing here would be nice. A split would be stupid. Like, most legendaries related to the thing that I forgot the name of would be too strong. You know? Related to this spell. I don't really need more stun duration. I mean, this strategy of thinking that I'm employing right now, which wouldn't call it a strategy or anything really, but it won't work forever unless I get something like Elementalist that is broken. It won't work forever. If I get Elementalist, however, it will work forever because, well, it's too much armor. But unless I get Elementalist to raise up my armor gain, I will eventually get one shot. Or get attacked by something that I cannot get into range as soon as needed. Sometimes some enemies are tossed into the stratosphere, but I guess that's life for them, I suppose. I would love if there was some way of measuring how much damage everything is dealing, you know? Perhaps mods? Are people into modding this game? I wonder if it's possible to mod this game. See, I almost died right there. Mostly because I was being fairly reckless, but I could have died, and it wouldn't be nice, would it? Ouch. There is a large wave coming after me and my enemies. So I am taking 20 something damage from fire, which is a lot more than I would want. It's 40 damage for fire? That's way too much. Yeah. So let's increase lightning chance, I suppose. Hello, twins from the game. Would you mind, like... I really don't know what's happening. I barely know where I am. Sometimes some enemies are washed away into places. Multi-projectile, it means more projectiles. I don't think so. Yeah, let's increase lightning chance by a lot. I don't quite remember if I saw budding this run. I might have. Lightning chance is now fun. Oh, of course, this is all without properly increasing the lightning radius, by the way. If the lightning radius were increased, this run would have been looking a lot different than it currently is. It would have been a stronger run. Oh, mint pudding. Perhaps I can increase with mint pudding the chance of stuff, right? That would be fantastic. I don't really know where mint pudding was or what killed him. Or her, or them. I don't know the pronouns for mint pudding. You know, I know that mint pudding seems like an aberration. But I don't mean to disrespect it. I mean... Yeah, let's just head into the group of enemies over there. Oh, wait, more boosts. And pretend that we belong, I suppose. Tons of lightning is happening. Oh. Okay, my thing finished that one. Oh, green armor. Great. Ouch. Let's get more spells. Yeah, what's certainly lacking in this run is the number of spells per second, right? That is a number that should be increased, according to my estimations. Estimatives. I don't know. According to my numbers. So, every single one of these drops a lightning on our enemies. And now I'm pretty sure that lightnings are doing a little bit more than my regular attacks. Because... well, they must be, right? They must be. Yeah, let's have a 10% chance of having more lightning per lightning, you know? That's fair, balanced and needed. I think at this point I should be increasing armor instead of whatever I'm doing. Whatever I'm doing, it's fine. It's nice. Because, yeah, more lightning per lightning, why not? be worse. I could have Crown of Swords. Homing would be strong. Split would be strong. Pierce would be strong. Yeah. Just telling you, game. If you wanna break yourself, give me one of those three. Preferably all of those three. At the same time. In a single legendary, because there is only one legendary remaining in the game, I think. I don't know, I don't remember if I got pudding already. Very fun, balanced. Yes, very needed. Let's get more projectiles. Because more projectiles is fun, balanced, and needed. As all things in the universe. Excuse me? Could you proc my stuff? Thank you. Thing is, with such an attack speed, I don't think any melee enemy can hit me. You know? Because I stunned them. Yeah, more lightning per projectile. That's precisely what I need. What I need there. I don't even know where Oyster is. But at this point, I'm afraid to ask. Okay, I died. But you know what? I deserve that, okay? I deserve that for every crime that I did against everything, really. Against reality at this point. I hope you guys enjoyed that mess. And I hope to see you guys next time.